Welcome back to the King of the Course series, where you guys, the viewers, send in your SCX 24s or 24 scale builds. I run them on the indoor course competition style, and the top 3 trucks are going to take home some prizes. In this video, we've got a nice looking Class 2 Deadbolt from Emerson in Mesa, Arizona. All right, let's take a look at Emerson's Deadbolt here. So this is the SCX 24 Deadbolt, started life as the green one. He's painted the body black. It's definitely well loved. The paint's coming off. That may be by design. It's got kind of a weathered and worn look. It looks good on this truck. He's trimmed the body to make room for the bigger tires here. Got some recovery gear in the back. Speaking of the tires, we've got the Little Guy Racing Parts Swamp King tires. These are the big ones, the 63 millimeters, sitting on these stamped steel beadlock wheels. One of my favorite wheel combos here. Being able to flip these 4-piece wheels around, it's going to give you that deep dish look. It's also going to add a bunch of track width to your truck here. Also adding a bunch of width to this is the portal axles that this is sitting on. So it's got the RC all-wheel drive portal axles. Same ones that I run on my blue SCX24 Jeep Gladiator. I like these axles a lot. They've treated me really well. I've had them on mine for about 3 years straight now and have not changed them. They're still holding up. There's a little bit of slop in the portal gears and things on these axles, but they are solid construction. They are going to give you a bunch of ground clearance underneath here. The C-hubs hang down a little bit, and that can be tricky on the indoor course. I noticed with my Gladiator, these would sometimes catch, especially through articulation alley. So I'll just have to be mindful of that going through those sections. For shocks on this, we have RC Lions 43 millimeter double barrel shocks, friction damp shocks, no springs to get that ride height down. Especially with the portals, you want to do what you can to mitigate the lift. He's done a good job here with this. He has also put heavy brass hexes up front, brass hexes in the rear, but no additional weight, and brass diff covers on front and rear. Take the body off, look at this thing underneath. So for a chassis, we've got an aftermarket chassis here. This is the Endura LCG carbon fiber SCX24 chassis kit. He's got some brass weights bolted onto the side here. Inside the chassis, we have the FuriTech Venom brushless outrunner motor, mated to the stock transmission, it looks like. Powering the Venom, we've got the FuriTech Lizard Pro. Now, I like what he's done with the electronics. When I opened this up, I couldn't find the ESC and receiver, and then I realized that he'd stuck it on the sides of the body itself. It's a clever idea, because it's nice and low when you have the body closed, and it's out of the way when you have it open. For a servo up front, he's running this Reefs 99 Micro, the brass version. Looks great. This is also going to add a bunch of weight up front as well. Very, very powerful servo here. Underneath for linkage, there are red aluminum high clearance links from Endura. These are Deadbolt length. He's also got a steel drive shaft back here, Endura aluminum skid plate. Up front, looks like the front has been stretched. He's running the C10 front, so a C-bolt combo here for the wheelbase, which is my favorite setup on the SCX24. I think this is an optimal wheelbase for the SCX24. Just performs really, really well. Some quick shout outs for Emerson. Make sure you check him out on Instagram at the_RC_crawler 2.0. I'll put that right down here. He's also on YouTube with the same handle. So again, I will tag him in the description down below. Make sure to go check out his channel as well. Now I'm excited to run this thing. So let's hit the corner scales and the setup table first, and then we're going to hit the course and see how it goes. Here we are on the corner scales. Let's check this thing out. 56% front, 44% rear, slightly biased to the right at 51%. Total weight of just about 509 grams. RTI, ramp travel index, will kick off the setup table here. Not bad, we're at 18 on the RTI. And now the side hill. And these are going to be interesting because of the additional height from the portals. We'll see. He's done a good job with the weight down low and the weight distribution. We'll see. 45, 50, 51 on the side hill. Now the vertical. $40. Ooh, starting to lift there. $50. $55. Oh, right on the nose. I'd say 57, almost 58 on the vertical. Kicking it off with the Deadbolt here. We'll do some driving impressions and just run it here to see how it does. Then we'll do the actual course runs. Get through that section pretty clean. Again, that's where I'm going to be looking out for the C-hubs on those portals. Looking good through there. This reminds me of my early days in the SCX-24s. This is a lot of the same mods that I did on my beloved Gladiator, right down to the shocks and everything. Getting a little bit of cogging from the motor there. If that translates on camera, I'm just getting a little bit of hesitation right off the bottom. Otherwise, it feels pretty smooth. Oh, big lift there. This is where the height from the portals are going to hurt us. I use that brushless power to get us up here. I just got to get those lugs to hook. I'm wandering my way over to the regular line. This is going to be a challenge, I think, on those first couple gates through the canyon. We weren't able to do the actual challenge lines there, or the bonus line rather, or the regular gate. So I'll do some more practice to see how this does. I'm gonna head into Mini Moab now, go up the escalator. Lots of punch getting us through that gatekeeper there. Again, getting that lift in the front. I get an angle here. I gotta get that front end over. Great steering on this thing. That servo is extremely powerful. Oh, I'm in trouble here. I lost my line. Got to come across at an angle, keep my tire out of that pocket right there. Oh, big lift. Oh, yanked me back in there. I think a limiting strap on this would help a lot. I'm still getting lift in the front. Or maybe reposition those shocks so that you get, yeah, I can see that, get a little bit less axle drop up there. I'm finding that I could get that line, but I'm just way up in the air on that other side. Yeah, it hooks up and then I lose that front. It goes way up. Oh, I'm in trouble again. But the portals can get me up over the, oh, nope. I wonder if I come across at a higher angle. Experimenting here. Oh, okay, it's going to be a challenge on the escalator for sure. That steering is almost too strong. It yanks me right all over the place. Oh, there we go. I think we're going to make it. Nice. Yes, we made it. Test out the descent. I'll go down the chute here. Thing's wide. So some lift there. We still managed to land on our wheels. All right, how about the side hill? We'll come across the chute before we do Hell's Gate. Nice and stable on the side hill. Look at that Arizona dirt still in the tires, that red Arizona dirt. I need to get out there and get my tires in that someday. Oh, I thought we were going to have a good run up there. One thing that's going to benefit this is the portal axles. If I can float over that tricky section there, just like that. But then the lift, again. Oh, this is going to be a challenge. Swamp Kings again pushing off the course. I used to love these tires. I still love these tires, but they just don't hook up like I remember they used to. And I wonder if it's just because other tires have gotten so good. Maybe the old Swamp Kings have just been overshadowed by the performance from the Black Labels and the Claw Hammers and some of the newer tires that have come out since these were released. They still look fantastic though. Still one of my favorite tires, if anything from a visual perspective. All right, let's go through Articulation Alley one more time. We'll spin up the canyon and then we'll get into our course runs. Got our work cut out for us. This is going to be a challenge just due to the lift. I was a little bit afraid of that, the extra height from the portals. Those longer shocks are going to hurt us. A great run up there if I can finish strong here. Yeah, there we go. We got some work to do, but I think we'll get it done. Number 3 with Emerson's Deadbolt here. I got to make this the best one. I'm really struggling on the course runs with this thing. The front end lift is just really challenging. That combined with the height from the portals, having a really tough time here. Not able to get the bonus line just because I just can't get the front end to plant. I can get lined up where I want to be. I can get my tires up on that shelf, if you can see that. But then the front end lifts and I just lose all bite. Also struggling with the Swamp King tires. They're just not gripping on this thing. Every time it just pops that front end right up. Just when you think you have it. And then the tires, they push off to the side. And then all right, I'm gonna take the winch because I just don't want to sacrifice penalties there. I don't want to incur penalties there, I should say. I almost feel like, I don't know if it's the servo is hitting the frame as well. Might be some clearance issues there. It's a big servo. Oh, geez, almost fell off. I did fall off the bridge in run number 2 there. Managed to save it. Go through our second bonus line here. I have been able to do this pretty consistently. I'll get that rear axle through there, yes. And then I do not want to go through the hot tub. That's another area where really, once I get in there, it's pretty much game over. So I'm going to go over to the escalator now. I've been successful a couple times on the escalator, and the trick is I got to find a line to go across this without getting the lift. I can see it happening already. Yeah, see, I just push off to the side there and I'm lost and lifting. I got to get this way is where I got to go. But I can't steer because my front end is so light. I get that driver's side rear tire in that pocket, I'm smoked. So I got to try to scoot my way over. Oh, nope, I lost it there. Yeah. Try to power slide the rear end out over there. Nope, I'm in big trouble here. Oof. Trying to remember how I got lined up over there. Oh, this might do it. I got a nice sharp angle. I got to get that driver's side front over the ledge. And then send it. Yes, holy cow. Okay. This is another one where I gotta be real careful and then where I send it. But that's the only way I've been able to do it, was just to shoot up this last section. Don't want to hit that pin. Be able to recover there. I just hit that gate. Oh. Oh. Get repositioned at the top here. This has been another challenge. Coming down the chute, it just unloads. I'm actually going to try to let it flip and just do a somersault. Hopefully we land on the wheels. Oh yeah, nice breakdance save there. If I can just get out. I gotta get positioned for that bonus gate there. The last bonus gate. We'll get this one. Good. Grateful for that servo, that steering. This has also been tricky, trying to float up and over. Oh, geez. I thought I could save it. It just pushes off to the left there. It's slippery. Right there is really slippery. I got to somehow get up and over that. Now pushing off to the right. Gosh, the thing lifts so bad. I don't want to winch it here because I've done this on both runs so far. I've given up a lot of time on this though. Not that there's really a time limit, but God, able to recover there. Maybe. I don't know how I'm going to get lined up again. Gosh, I'm in a battle right now. Oh, thought I had it. And all right, I'm just gonna take it. I'm gonna take the winch. I'm gonna self-winch it, or manually winch it. I was able to do the Hell's Gate line twice before, which is a bummer. I'm not able to do it in this last run. If I can control that lift there. Can I land on? Can I get the wheel? Yes. All right. Get us through articulation alley here. We'll go into the finish. It's interesting. It does great on this section of the canyon here, as I almost blow that gate because I'm talking. But I could not get it to hook up on the others. There we go, through the line. No deadbolts were harmed in the making of this video. Thankful for that functional plastic cage on the Deadbolt. Still sorry I dropped this thing off the table, Emerson. This Deadbolt's a fun build. It reminds me a lot of my SCX-24 Gladiator, my first one, with the portal axles, the long shocks, the way the chassis is set up. It's a lot of fun. It's got a ton of articulation, really fun to drive, could have a lot of capability under the right circumstances, but we struggled on the indoor course. A lot of that I take responsibility for. I pushed that thing pretty hard because I was determined to make it up those lines when I should have backed off and taken the winch. Could have saved us some points and time as well. I felt like the capability was there, but was really held back by the lift in the front end. Every time I tried to go up a steep climb, it would just unload severely. That's what you get with these setups. They've got the fun factor, but the functionality when you try to do challenging lines, especially vertical climbs, those shocks will just unload on you. And when you're going down a decline, you're going to spring up in the rear. So this could absolutely be transformed by a set of limiting straps or a different shock setup. For true performance, I would go probably with a shorter shock and do a limiting strap up front. The portal axles, while functional with the ground clearance in the middle, don't help either because they raise the chassis up, raise that center of gravity up significantly. I also found that when you're flipped over, the extra portals, I can't get the tires to touch on the ground, so I had to pick it up and ride it a lot of the times when in other cases I might have been able to save it. So those factors combined kind of hurt us on the indoor course runs. This thing scored an overall score of 17, which puts it in 15th place in the very competitive Class 2. Nonetheless, this was a very fun build. Emerson, thank you for sending it in. I think if you address the shocks, particularly a limiting strap setup up front, you'd see dramatically better performance in situations like our course. But again, big shout out to Emerson. Make sure you check out his socials. He's tagged in the description down below. And guys, let me know your thoughts on this course run and the competition thus far. And as always, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll see you in the next video.